Okay, so order of operations. We are going to talk about this more in class and kind of dig into the why we need to do this. But for right now, just to go through the procedure, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Some people learn it as PERMDAS. They put an R in there for the radicals. Whichever procedure, just as long as you follow the order. So M and D are underlined, A and S are underlined and grouped because those two are the same order, the same like order of the operations we go in. Division is just a shorthand way of writing weird multiplication. Subtraction is shorthand for weird addition. So that's why they're together, because there's not really a difference, mathematically speaking. Certainly the way you guys learned it, there is. So, a couple of ways to do this. The first big warning is some calculators screw this up. Particularly that old school division sign, that tends to mess things up, and the lack of parentheses. Some calculators in particular, I've noticed the Apple on-phone calculator will calculate things as you put them in, and it won't even attempt to do order of operations. So it just gives you all sorts of craziness. So don't use that one when you're doing your homework. You can't use it when you're doing your tests because you shouldn't be using your phone. But, you know, worst case scenario, I guess it's okay. But honestly, searching graphing calculator or scientific calculator and using an app would be better. Now, to work through an order of operations exercise, I find the best thing to do is one change at a time. Figure out what you need to do first, do that first. Then figure out from what's left, what's the next thing you can do. One change at a time. This means you're going to write a lot, but it also means if you make a mistake, you can find it a lot easier. And if I'm grading your work, I can find your mistake a lot easier and give you a lot more partial credit. Whereas if you're just like equals answer, you'll get some points if it's the right answer, but if you don't have any work, you're probably going to miss points. Almost all of our grading rubrics have some of the credit is for showing work, some of the credit's for the right answer. So always show your work because you're at least going to get partial credit. Alrighty, so here, the first change, I see some parentheses. So that is what we're going to do first. Inside the parentheses is 4 times 5. So I'm going to recopy everything else in my horribly huge handwriting with the shaky hand. So 4 times 5 is 20. We could put parentheses around the number, but when it's just around a number, that's when we can drop them. Plus 24 divided by 6. All right, now our next step. I did all my parentheses. Are there any exponents? Don't see any exponents. So now multiplication division as it appears from left to right. So the 40 divided by 20 here. That's our next one. So 40 divided by 20 is 2. There's two 20s in 40. So we'll change that and then recopy everything else. Plus 24 divided by 6. Now our next order. We already got rid of parentheses and exponents. Multiplication division, yes, there's another division. So 24 divided by 6 is 4. And then I'm going to recopy everything else that was up there. And then we just have 2 plus 4. Last step is 6. So there is our long drawn out work to get 6. The point here is not so much can you perform these silly calculations. Like, yeah, a computer can do it, but it's do you know how to type it in the computer so the computer understands what you meant? And what that's going to come down to a lot of times is using your parentheses correctly. And understanding how the computer is programmed to know when you need the parentheses and when you only sort of need the parentheses. Okay, now B is down here. In my brain, it should be A, B across, C, D, the next line. But he did A, B, and then C, D. That's the way columns work in Word, so whatever. We'll make it work. Okay, so we have 3 minus 12.4 plus 18. So no parentheses, no exponents. We have a dot for multiplication. So that is where we will start. 3, the minus is going to stay, and the plus 18 is going to stay. 12 times 4 is 48. So that is our next line of work. Now, 3 minus 48 plus 18. So subtraction and addition, because we don't have any more multiplication division. We're going to do the subtraction first because that's the first as it appears from left to right. Later on, we're going to talk about moving terms around, especially like when we do combining like terms, literally at the bottom of the page. So the thing to realize here is this minus sign, that is attached to the 48. So I could rearrange this as long as I keep it a negative 48, because that's what subtraction is a shorthand for, adding the opposite. But just using our strict order of operations, 3 minus 48 is negative 45. And now we're going to do negative 45 plus 18. So what we really have to do is subtract them, and then the 45 is larger, so we're going to have a negative result. All right, so 35 minus 8 is 27. All right, so negative 45 plus 18 is negative 27. All right, not too bad. I'll do the other two in the next video.